So this has to be one of the most insensitive posts I've seen on Twitter in a long time. And I've been on Twitter a long time. And the person that made this post, the person that blew up this post, is a person who should have known better. There's a commander from the Russian fleet, okay, who went into Ukraine, who was captured. There's a video of him talking to cameras, him alongside a couple of other soldiers. Here goes the clip. It's not graphic, but of course it's about captive soldiers, so parental discretion is advised.
Им доводили, что им нужно там Украину освободить от чего-то, что будут люди встречать, то есть вам такое что-то говорили?
Да, нам говорили, что якобы на территории Украины, ну это еще, как бы, когда мы в России находились, по средствам массовой информации, там говорилось в основном о том, что на территории Украины господствует, я сейчас дословно 100% ошибусь, поэтому не судите строго, что на территории Украины господствует фашистский режим, что националисты, нацисты захватили власть в свои руки, что обычным людям нужно помочь избавиться вот от этого, ну, условно говоря, ярма. Вот, то есть цель нам довели такую. Естественно, это была информация односторонняя. То есть у нас же есть интернет, там иногда пролетает, то есть из других источников. То есть мы могли немного землю. Я не знаю, сколько нужно времени искупить это, и вообще, возможно ли это в конце концов. Там, мы там отсидим в тюрьме, не знаю, там любой приговор, там, который мы заслужили, это ради бога, это как бы мы уже готовы все принять. Но просто я говорю, что искупить ли, потому что мне это легче, да, я уже попал в такую ситуацию. Вам, наверное, тяжело, да, пойти против воли своего командира и так далее. Ну реально, здесь происходит геноцид. Геноцид, по большому счету, просто народ уничтожается. Украинский народ, ну и, соответственно, мы со стороны России получаем свое за то, что мы вторглись на чужую территорию. И это, ну, как бы, это правильно. Это вроде как и неправильно, и это правильно, ну, с одной стороны. Вам нужна кровь украинца? Я думаю, только идиот скажет, нужна. Или вообще любого другого человека. Это болезнь просто. Это называется людоедство. Так вот, помогите нам справиться с этой проблемой. У нас реально проблема. Мы сейчас остановиться, ну, сразу не... Все.
Да, хотелось еще добавить, вот, при попадании в плен, да, нас привезли в госпиталь, то есть оказали медицинскую помощь. Ну, мы просто все ранены, вот, попали вот в эту ситуацию. И то, что говорят, что якобы там какие-то, как они, хирургические...
Lieutenant Colonel Mikhailovich, is pictured in the video that you just saw, was captured, him along with other two soldiers. And they are here confessing that they were a part of genocide, that they are slaughtering Ukrainians, that they have no reason being in Ukraine, that they're only here because they were lied to by the Russian government. The commander states that they were told back in Russia that Nazis had taken over the country and that they were going to liberate the country from Nazis and other fascists. So Jackie Singh put this up on Twitter. Jackie Singh, pictured here, is the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project Director of Technology. And her specialty is privacy and security. So it doesn't make sense. She even worked on the Biden and Harris presidential campaign. Yes. She doesn't know that there's a thing called the Geneva Convention. If you are captured by the opposing force, you become a prisoner of war. These men are prisoners of war. They have rights under the Geneva Convention, established in 1929, updated in 1949, updated again in 1979. These soldiers are afforded certain protections under the law. One of those is to not be exposed for curiosity. One is not to be tortured. One is not to be murdered. One is to be sheltered. One is to be provided medical attention. Now, you can try them and sentence them for war crimes, but you can't humiliate them and put them up here as a display for people to gawk at on the internet or media or otherwise. This is against the Geneva Convention. But besides all of that, no matter how egregious that is, how can we trust that what the commander is saying here is even truthful? That it's sincere, that it's real, not only the contrition, but also the admission. This is a prisoner of war. We don't know if this man was tortured. We don't know if this man has threat of violence if he doesn't say what he's saying now, that he could be coerced. You cannot take the words of a prisoner of war to heart. I don't know if the words are true or not, but there's no way to know. He's in the custody of the Ukrainians. And the Ukrainians could be upset with him for a couple of reasons. Like he invaded their country. That could have something to do with it. And look at the faces of these guys. These guys look like they've been through hell, Johnson. Who knows if that's before they got captured or after they got captured? I don't know because I wasn't there. Neither was Miss Singh. Neither were you. Neither were I. No one was. Well, someone was there, but I wasn't there. So I have no way of knowing this. I know everyone out there thinks they know what's going on. They think they got an inkling. They heard someone talk about it on Twitter. They watched a YouTube video and someone said something that you felt made sense to you that you agreed with. But that doesn't mean you know what's going on 100%. That doesn't mean that you're confident or that you actually know if you got facts or conjecture or opinions or just commentary or greedy bastards trying to get clicks for views. We have no idea. We have Jackie Singh here promoting this video. Look everybody, we're at 2 million impressions. Let's keep going. 11 million impressions. Hey, we could do better than that. Put your back into it. 25 million impressions. Aren't we special? We're exploiting prisoners of war. Hooray! There are rules. It's how POWs are treated. And this conflict, this war in Ukraine has brought out in some people the worst of them. Not only the hypocrisy of focusing and saying, okay, this is the most important event of war ever. When they're like war going on in like 5 other places right now as we speak, that are getting little, if not zero coverage. But be that as it may, I don't think it's right to exploit prisoners of war. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean you get to exploit them. And the other question I have to say is this. If you're a person that uses common sense, and you've heard all the propaganda, all the news, all the stories about how horrible Russians treat their citizens, like I've heard these things all my life, what do you think possesses a soldier, a lieutenant colonel in the National Guard, the Russian National Guard, to go in front of cameras and say such things about Russia when I'm sure he has family back in Russia? Wouldn't that be a little reckless? I mean, we've heard all the propaganda that people get tortured, that people get disappeared, that whole families get whacked. Think! I think that Jackie Singh is wrong, and I think we need to not share this. And I'm only covering this for you to understand what's happening. If you like this content, subscribe to this channel right now. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. Follow me here at Real Tim Black. I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and I don't exploit prisoners of war, but I do report on them.